Did you see me fall in love with him during that song? That was unbelievable. And this, yeah, this bit, like, yeah, I know we're gonna hear this at the end, but I'm just gonna go back and listen to that again.
넌 나만의 꿈을 담은 story.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Herrera here. I hope that you're all well. Today I'm reacting to Kyuhyun on Killing Voice. I thought this was a really nice way to listen to little snippets of songs and then maybe pick out a few that I really like and have a look whether they've got live performances or music videos, things like that. This is just, yeah, me getting to grips with his voice because you're telling me lots of wonderful things about him. And I know that he's a musical theatre actor too, and that is just like my love. So I'm very excited to hear them in this setting. I know that Killing Boys have the best microphones ever, so I am expecting to just like to feel his voice.
넌 어땠는지 아직 여름이 남아 왠지 난 조금 지쳤던 하루 광화문 가로수 은행잎 물들 때 그제야 고개를 들었었나 봐.
I love it that he's singing softly, but I love when his voice hits that grittiness. That is just beautiful.
눈이 부시게 반짝이던 우리 둘은 이미 남이 되었잖아. 네 품 안에서 세상이 내 것이었던 철없던 시절은 안녕. 오늘 바보처럼 그 자리에서 있는 거야. 비가 내리면 흠뻑 젖으며 오지 않는 너를 기다려.
Wow.
나는 행복해서 그 손 잡고 걷던
Wow.
기억에 또 뒤돌아봐. 네가 서 있을까 봐. 그 자리에서 매일 알아.
Look, there's never going to be a good place for me to pause it in any of this. I can tell already that this is going to be a video of me falling in love with him, isn't it? Yep. Let's be perfectly honest. I need to be honest with myself. What I am loving about his voice is that he is telling me a story. I'm not even able to really look at the lyrics because I'm too busy looking at his face. But he's telling me that story. He is an actor, and that is what I am loving about this.
내가 조금씩 변해가는 내
He's acting through his voice.
모습은 너는 나는 그저 웃어줘.
Wow.
난 행복해. 오늘 여긴 그때처럼 아름다우니 괜히 바보처럼 이 자리에서 있는 거야. 비가 내리면 흠뻑 젖으며 오지 않는 너를 기다려. 나는 행복해서 광화문이 길을 다시 한번 뒤돌아봐. 네가 서 있을까 봐.
So these techniques that he's using are just so incredible. These are definitely, I would say, musical theatre techniques. Okay, the way that he's chewing on his words, the way that he's picking and choosing whether he's going to exhale or inhale on a particular part of a song, and what, like whether he's going to stretch the vowel or whether he's going to cut it off. Like these are all little things that he would have picked up along the way. I mean, he had a beautiful voice to begin with. Even in the early days, there was that depth, but he has definitely grown into his voice. I think that maybe like in his younger years, the voice was bigger than him, and now he is able to like really command his voice. He has become that voice. That is just absolutely spectacular.
네, 안녕하세요. 규현입니다. 킬링 보이스에 제가 드디어 이렇게 나오게 되었는데요. 많은 선 후배님들 부르시는 걸 보면서 나도 한번 나가고 싶다라는 생각을 했었는데 오늘이 바로 그날이네요. 제가 솔로 앨범을 14년도에 냈는데 그 이후로 7년 동안 낸 저의 노래들의 요약본을 오늘 보실 수 있을 것 같습니다. 좋게 들어주시고요. 수많은 발라드와 몇 개 없는 신나는 노래로 여러분을 모시겠습니다. 나의 맘이 부담이 돼 그대가 달아날까 봐 함께 있는 지금만으로도 충분하다 생각했지만 점점 커지는 그댈 향한 마음에 이젠 말을 하고 싶죠. 그댈 사랑하고 있어요. 꽤 오래 전부터 그대를 처음 본 후 지금까지 내 마음이 한순간
He has this quality that he really leads the song. So despite he does have a little bit of a it's not that heavy. Okay, we're not talking Yesang heavy. However, the heaviness in his voice sometimes a heavy voice can be lazy, and his voice isn't lazy. It's definitely something that I feel is guiding the music forward. And again, this is all part of the storytelling, all part of acting through song. And I mean, I don't know how I guess this is a backing track, and the song here is not being played live. It's not actual instruments, but it still sounds like he's guiding the music, and that's a real talent to be able to make that come across. He not only knows how to use his voice, but he knows how to use the microphone too.
웹툰에서 OST로 불렀던 노래였죠. 이 노래는 작년 여름에 나왔던 우리 프로젝트 개의 첫 번째 여름 노래입니다. 함께 즐기려고 만들었던 그런 노래인데요. 즐겨주세요. 넌 나만의 꿈을 담은 스토리 저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 이제야 가득하게 널 위한 노래를 할 거야 넌 나만의 꿈을 담은 스토리 저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 설레는 내 가슴에 널 부둥켜 안아줄래
I dare pause it in the middle of that. That is a song that I will definitely add on if it's got a music video onto the end of this reaction video. What a song. Did you see me fall in love with him during that song? That was unbelievable. And this bit, like, yeah, I know we're going to hear this at the end, but I'm just going to go back and listen to that again.
넌 나만의 꿈을 담은 스토리 저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 설레는 내 가슴에 널 부둥켜 안아줄래
Like, he is spectacular. Okay, so one thing that I find about his voice is that it's very youthful, and I feel like no matter how old he gets, even when he's 70, 80 years old, he's still going to have that youthfulness in his voice. Um, and so he's still going to be able to, if he does voiceovers or if he sings for like, I don't know, like Disney movies, he can always be that prince. He has that like age in his voice, and it's really, really beautiful. Like, he is leading man. He is the kind of artist that would just sell, based on his name alone. You would just go and watch him perform live, regardless of whatever it's going to be, because you just know he's going to be able to deliver that live.
이 집 앨범 타이틀 노래입니다. 너는 왜 이토록
I like the little trick he did there. Listen to this little warm up. Oh, he needed to cough, but he kept it in. Coughing is not so great for singing, but he did that little trick to bring his sound forward, for this song especially,
너는 왜
because he
이토록
needs to sing right there.
나를 떨리게 하니 너의 존재만이 나를 숨쉬게
These sharp
하니
breaths.
아무도 없었던 가난했던 마음이 보석 같은 너로 가득해 고마워.
I love the way that he's pronouncing. So his teeth, the way that they're shaped, they kind of come together on the sides. And so he sings a lot like with the gritted teeth, and the sound seems to come a lot from the slight gap that's in between the top and the bottom. And it's interesting that you can really hear that. He actually doesn't really need to move his mouth that much for the sound to come forward. His diction, pronunciation, everything is super clear. He knows these tricks and how to bring his voice really far forward as well. This is just somebody who knows exactly what they want to portray through a song. Like, he's just such an intelligent performer.
사랑해 말조차 아까운 나의 하나뿐인 사람아 마지막이란 말은 하지 말아요 넌 높이서 반짝이는 별 손 닿을 수 없이 멀었던 그 거리 오늘 가까워진 걸까 오늘 밤 그대란 밀리언의 조각들로 내 가슴 가장 깊은 곳에 채우 부서진 내 마음 그대만이 모아줘 이 밤의 가장 깊은 곳에 그대의 빛으로 가득하게 이 노래는 얼마 전에 나온 분이죠. 성시경 씨가 써주신 3집 앨범 타이틀곡 중 하나입니다. 벌써 세 계절
Wow.
어느 사이 싸늘해진 밤 공기 어떠니 건강히 지내니 집 앞을 걷다 또 네 생각이 나 아파야 맞는 건데 사람 마음이 신기하지 이렇게 널 떠올릴 때마다 난 말야 아픈 채로 참 반가워 날 바라보던 너 가만히 내 얘기를 듣던 너 그러다 활짝 웃던 너 한순간도 놓치기 싫은 너의 기억 위에 나를 기대본다 숨쉬듯이
Look at his overall posture.
오래된 소파에 온몸을 맡긴 것처럼 너를 생각하면 여전히 아늑해 작년에 참 정말 얻어 걸린 감사한 OST 곡이죠. 네, 즐겨주세요. 언젠가 그대에게 준 눈부신 꽃다발, 그 빛도 향기도 머잖아 슬프게 시들고, 꽃보다 예쁜 지금 그대도 힘없이 지겠지만, 그때엔 꽃과 다른 우리만의 정이 숨을 쉴 거야. 사랑하는 나의 사람아.
I know that he's wearing like loose fitted clothes, but you can really tell that he's not like just struggling for breath at all. Like his control is really quite nice. And at the beginning, he started off with his shoulders a lot more relaxed. As this is going on, I felt like his shoulders have crept up a little bit, so he's got a little bit of tension in his shoulders. He kind of keeps one leg ahead of the other, so I feel like there might be a little bit of tension in the leg too. But his hands and his arms are quite fluid and soft. His neck seems quite soft as well. So yeah, he has really, really good overall like technique. And it shows in his voice.
그대 눈물이 마를 때까지 내가 지켜준다고, 멀고 먼 훗날 지금을 회상하며 작은 입맞춤을 할 수 있다면, 만난 걸 감사해.
What a voice! Oh my goodness.
이 노래는 제가 소집 해제를 하고 불렀던 앨범의 수록곡인데요. 무대에서도 부를 때 참 행복했고, 들으시는 팬분들 얼굴 보면서 감사했던 그런 기억이 납니다. 바람이 거친 거리를 걷다 문득 밀려드는 작은 손길에 난
Wow.
그 따스함에 한 번, 네 미소에 두 번 웃고 말았지. 꽃잎이 내리는 거리에 너와 나.
Ah, this song is beautiful. You know what? I feel like sometimes I don't give that much attention to, and I'm not going to say that he's a main or a lead vocalist or anything like that, but you know, sometimes when you're exploring a new artist and there are some voices that are just perfect, and I tend not to like go for those voices. I quite like different sounding voices. And I will be honest with you that when I started exploring Super Junior, I purposely ignored Kian and his voice. Okay? And I really regret doing that because I know that he is perfect. He has that perfect voice. But I think it takes time to like really appreciate it. I wanted to go and explore other voices and really like appreciate them because they're so different. But this voice is quite mainstream. It is quite universal. It is probably one of the voices in the group that is going to be the most loved by the most amount of people because it has that sound. It's really pleasing to listen to. Um, but really, when I sit down and think about what voices I like in the group, and I do love all of the voices, this is speaking to my musical theatre side, so I'm definitely loving that. Technique wise, I'm loving that. But I actually like his personality and what he is, like that he is the youngest. Um, And I can really see him tapping into like his life experiences and going to those places in his mind. So, like when he's singing and suddenly his eyes open and you see that sparkle in his eyes, you can see that like naughtiness, the mischievousness in his eyes and in his like in the experience. And I think that that is what I am really loving about listening to him in this environment outside of the group and even live as well. Like him in his music videos is something else, and this is just something else.
발맞춰온 시간들이 떠올라 넌 어느 틈에 내게 와 이렇게도 소중한 사람이 되었니 있지 널 마주보면 알 것 같아 여전히 피어오르는 내 맘 그저 너와 내 세상인 것처럼 이런 내 맘 알지 너만의 유일한 미소
Wow.
그게 좋은 거야 그게 내 진심인 거야 이 노래는 역시 프로젝트계의 가을에 불렀던 노래인데요. 제가 참 좋아하는 노래입니다. 쓸쓸하게 남겨진 한나도 후회 작은 별 하나 잊지 못해 나처럼 너도 머물게 된 걸까
Wow. That was so
나처럼
nice.
너도 머물게 된 걸까
Oof.
시간마저 멈춘 외딴 곳에서 그대를 하염없이 기다리는 날 잘 몰라도 돼요 더 바라지 않을게 멀리서 널 바라보며 해줄 수 있는 게 참 별거 없어서 오늘도 내가 해야 할 일 다가가고 싶고 널 안고 싶은 내 마음을 누르는 일
This is such a nice song. The way it kind of goes into talking.
이 노래 정말 오랜만에 부르네요. 1집 수록곡이었습니다. 생각이 참 많아졌어 네가 떠난 이후로 작은 틈 보이면 너야 잊고 싶은 마음과 잡고 싶
How many colors does he have in his voice? Can you listen to like that sadness and that regret? But like he can be really happy with his voice too. I love it. His range and his ability to change up his voice. I mean, the thing is that when you're performing live and you're on stage and you've got an audience, you can kind of do that based on like the feedback that you're getting. But this is just one continuous performance going from one to the other and quite different moods as well. And so to be able to suddenly change your mind frame and get into like another song and to change your voice to get into that, that takes a really talented vocalist. And now I'm kind of seeing like why the artists that have been on this have because I think they all have those qualities that they're able to do that, and they have these like the variety of songs to be able to really show us that as well. So these aren't just ballads, they all have different shades.
난 오늘이 어제 같고 내일 같아 작은 먼지처럼 내가 흘러가는 듯해 애써 너를 미워해보려 해 헤어져야 할 이유를 찾아 그러다 맘이 덜컥 내려앉아 그 무엇도 잊지 못한 나와 마주쳐 이렇게 하루가 또 네, 오늘의 마지막 노래입니다. 이번에 새로 나올 프로젝트 개 2021년 신곡 투게더란 노래인데요. 네, 아이스크림 아니고요. 참 여름에 이렇게 싱그러운 햇살 받으며 여러분들과 함께 들을 생각이 참 기분이 좋았는데 장마가 온다고 합니다. 여러분 집에서 에어컨 쐬시면서 즐겁게 들어주셨으면 좋겠습니다. 햇살 속에 반짝이며 넌 미소 짓고 있어 눈부시게 너무 아름다운 널 보며
Listen to the happiness in his voice again. He did that little warming up trick.
즐겁게 들어주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
This little noise that he makes right here.
햇살 속에
Because he needs to be happy. The voice needs to buzz right here.
눈부시게 너무 아름다운 널 보면서 난 눈이 멀어 버렸어 떠나자도 우리 비밀의 섬으로
Wow.
처음 만난 별의 이름 짓고 머물러 알잖아 we stick together happy so forever let me shake it for summer 내 눈 속에 너만 있겠지 뜨겁던 여름 기억 속에 내가 싱그러운 빗방울 될게 난 매일매일 너와 행복하고만 싶어 너 없인 아무것도 못해 내 곁을 떠나가지 마요 큰
Wow.
폭풍이 와도 어두운 밤이 와도 내게 기대어 와요 We stick together 하얗게 다
Oh,
버려도
this song.
세상 모든 사랑 변해도 우린 영원하다고
Look at him singing such a happy song to leave us with.
Happy so forever Let me shake it for summer 내 눈 속에 너만 있겠지 뜨겁던 여름 기억 속에 내가 싱그러운 빗방울 될게 난 매일매일 너와 행복하고만 싶어 감사합니다.
What an absolute cutie, and like what amazing songs they all were. And I'm so happy that he left us with a happy song as well, because I think some of them were like really a lot deeper, quite dramatic. But it was nice that he ended the song, the whole performance with that song in particular. And yeah, now I need to get back to the drawing board and think what songs in those do I need to find other performances or music videos, if they have them, of, and then just tag them on to the end of this. So it had to be this song, and I thought this would be the only song that I'll include. Otherwise, I'd literally watch or find music videos for all of the songs that he performed in Killing Voice. So I'll just keep it to one. This song was stellar.
까맣게 변해버린 어두운 세상에 하얀 펜을 잡은 꼬마 녀석이 다시 한번
Wow.
나를 불러 그칠 것 같지 않은 무서운 비가 한 번 크게 울고 사라질 때면 날 비추네 너를 느껴
What a voice.
두려움에 떨며 숨어 있었잖아 혼자서 몰래 울고 있었잖아 한참을 지나 눈 떠 깨어보니 날 반기는 저 햇살은 넌 나만의 꿈을 타는 스토리 저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 이제야 가득하게 널 위한 노래를 할 거야 넌 나만의 꿈을 담은 스토리 저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 설레는 내 가슴에 널 부둥켜 안아줄래 너무나도 오래된 빨간 불빛이
The ups and downs, the way that he just carries his voice with such energy and with such intention. Like, this is such a beautiful voice. This is the song that has sealed the deal for me. I love this voice.
네 손을 잡고 뭔가 느낄 때면 날 부르는 파란 빛이 보여서 한 걸음에 달려가 넌 나만의 꿈을 담은 스토리 저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 이제야 가득하게 널 위한 노래를 할 거야 넌 나만의 꿈을 담은 스토리 저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 설레는 내 가슴에 널 부둥켜 안아줄래 소리내어 불러보는 너의 이름은 넌 나만의 스토리 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 저 높은 내 dreaming 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 이제야 가득하게 널 위한 노래를 할 거야
The song tells you enough of a story. The lyrics are beautiful. The way that it's filmed is really beautiful as well because actually it took a while to get to the point where we were actually able to see his face. So it's so important for them to build this whole scene for us. And it just goes so nicely with the lyrics too. The song has enough of a story. His voice changes enough of in the song as well to keep you engaged, to keep your ear engaged into what he is actually talking about. It's just such a beautiful song. And like hearing the live version and now this.
저 밝은 햇살을 닮은 dreaming 설레는 내 가슴에
He needs to be careful because I'm falling in love with him.
널 부둥켜 안아줄래
And then this. Wow. That was just absolutely beautiful. I feel like what a journey I've been on with him through all of those songs, and I will definitely listen to all of those songs. And like I said, especially this song. This song is just so beautiful. You know, this little end section here, can you not just imagine him yodeling and him just sounding absolutely spectacular? Like, what a voice. He reminds me of another singer that I'm extremely fond of. And I don't want to constantly make comparisons, but just everything about the voice and the physicality, it just reminds me so much of that person. And I think that that does play a bit of a part of me falling in love with him and his sound. However, there is just no denying that he is incredibly talented. He has worked hard on his voice. He has grown into that voice, I think is the main point to note. And actually, he's got such a good ear for music that he has these songs that he has chosen or that he has put together with the help of others around him that really showcase what he's all about and what that voice really has to offer. And not once have I been disappointed when I've heard him open his mouth to speak, to sing, whatever it is that he's done. I'm just really enjoying getting to know his voice, and I just can't wait to move on to musical theatre side of things and have a look at what he's like on stage, because I can only begin to imagine that that's going to be crazy, and that's really going to win my heart over. Thank you so much for recommending all of the songs, and I know that I wasn't able to get to them, but what I didn't want to do is to spend hours and hours just on him alone, because there is just so much in terms of Super Junior and the individual members that I want to get to, and there's always time for me to come back to him as a solo artist. Um, but yeah, tell me about his songs and what you think about his songs. What are your favorites and why? Yeah, wow. Thank you so much for joining me for that reaction. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe to my channel for lots more content. Like the video if you liked it, of course, and until I see you next time, take care, stay safe, bye.